Okay, so we have ourselves a new Spiral Abyss, and this video is a tiny bit different because I actually did the Spiral Abyss the first time around and got all the stars with two teams set, and then I came up with a better team comp, and then I came up with a better team comp. So this is actually my third time doing the Spiral Abyss. Okay, so the blessing is basically when your HP goes up and down, you get a stacking counter, and when it hits 12, it blows up. Okay, so the general idea here, as you can see from my teams, is the first team you want is a freeze comp. It's probably the best way to work it out, and then the second one is a strong single target comp, and you'll see why. So you want to lock as much down in these first ones as possible, and you do want Hydro because there's Pyro, mages, Abyss mages, and then there's also going to be Pyro Lectors, so having Hydro is always a good thing. I bring Venti for a very specific reason, which is on floor 12-3, so it doesn't really matter right up till now, but I still kind of use it in good effect. If you don't have Venti, I think Kazuha can work, and if you don't have Farina, bring double Hydro instead of double Cryo. You won't get the bonus crit, but you'll have better Cryo application, so you'll be able to freeze things more efficiently. So bring Qingqiu and Yelan if you have them. If you don't have them, Qingqiu and Kokomi is also a good option. And then, for Cryo, Ayaka or Risley are your best bets. But, yeah, so the basic general thing is see how fast. This is partially because, Farina's Farina. I was able to blast through the Pyro Lector's shield. And this is an instance where, having Venti helped because I was able to create a Hydro Vortex. So that helped break through that shield a little faster, too. I didn't mean shield, sorry. I meant HP. So how fast I went through the Pyro Lector's HP knocked him into a shield stage. So, And then this is why you want good single target for the second half of the floors, because they're all just bosses. It's the Matrix, and then the Dendro Chicken, and then Capellia. So it's all just bosses. And for this, I recommend Nahida, for the obvious reason that she provides a mark, which lets you find the invisible boss a lot faster. You can also do this without Raiden Shogun. A good substitute is, what's her name? Shinobu Kokomi. Or not Kokomi, Kuki. Kuki Shinobu. Or, also another good one is, what's her name? Beidou. If you want to bring Electro, basically. Which I recommend because, it helps knock the boss, at least this boss, out of invisibility. If you don't have Nervalette or Raiden Shogun, any other good, strong DPS will work. Hu Tao, Ganyu, kind of, but just good, strong, single target DPS is what you want for the second half. Alright, so you're going to see these things are annoying, but you freeze them up and it makes things a lot easier. As you can see, I just kind of run right through them, blast them all to Kingdom Come, keep them in place as much as I can. That's kind of what you want to do with them, with all the fights that are coming. Jeez, freaking Farina's damage is ridiculous. And you're going to see why I recommend a freeze comp here in a little bit. It is in this fight. And it is because of that thing. That big Constructabot. They are my least favorite mech bosses to fight, and that right there is why, because they just run off like nobody's business, and it is a massive pain in the butt. So if you can keep them in check, you can do more damage to them, more DPS. So the second fight that I did, the second run I did, was actually with Raiden Shogun in the Farina Charlotte team instead of Risley, and it was fast, but not quite as fast as this because she kept unfreezing them with her with their electro application. So just something to be aware of. Freezing is always good. Now I will say that in regards to what I'm doing here, I could have picked a better composition because Raiden Shogun and not Risley, Nervalette is excessive. I don't need both of them on a team because they're both main DPSs, at least the way I have my Raiden Shogun built. She's a main DPS. So she actually didn't end up getting to do much except for apply Electro with her elemental skill. So it's just kind of meh. So something to keep, just something to keep in mind. You may have if you have a Raiden Shogun, you may have yours built slightly differently. In any event, it's just, single target, kill the boss, boom, boom, boom. Done. Okay, so for this next fight is you're going to see why I brought Venti, and I will fully admit it is for an incredibly niche, if not weird reason, and it is entirely just because I didn't want to deal with something, which is, okay, but I can understand why you might not agree with it or might not want to do it, so just telling you right now, you don't need Venti. You could probably use Kazuha or just a really strong DPS to deal with it, but, okay, this is why I bring Venti. To bring them together. To bring them together in the center of the room so that you can DPS the both of them. That is the only reason why I bring Venti, because he has the big pull that will pull them from opposite ends of the rooms together so that you can break their shields around. You can break both of their shields and HP at a relatively the same rate. Of course, they're a pain in the butt to deal with if you don't, because you can't, you have to be very precise on how you vortex if you want to try and get Hydro on them, or a Hydro Vortex or a Cryo Vortex. But, you can still manage it without too much issue. And with how powerful, if you have Farina and Nervalette, and you split them across two teams, with how powerful both of these characters are, it really doesn't matter. You can just kind of blast through everything. And if you don't, like I said, double Hydro works best instead of double Cryo. And now we just have to deal with Capellia. Remember, she is Numa, which is why I brought Nervalette to deal with her. She's Wisa, which is why I brought Nervalette to deal with her, because he breaks Numa. Admittedly, not amazingly, because it's a 6-second cooldown on the ability to drop the Numa blade, but it's like a 10-12 second cooldown on his elemental skill, so not exactly the best, but it still gets the job done. And with Zhongli, it doesn't matter, you can just blast it through the Kingdom Come. So those are my tips. You want freeze comp for the first half, and then strong single target damage on the second half. That's pretty much it, actually. So if you found this video at all helpful, please do like and subscribe. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.